Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Year 4 Maths. We're going to start this morning with our usual warm-up. Try and get as close to 5 minutes answering these questions as you can. If you are below 5 minutes, then can you find alternative methods? Triangle questions, remember we are trying to answer those questions in our head, while the square questions you can use pencil and paper if you so wish to. While you're working, press pause, and when you're ready for the answers, we go ahead and press play. First question this morning, 384 plus 7. This is a number bonds to 10 question. First job will be to add 6 onto the 384, and that would take you to the next 10, which is 390, and then you have one more that you need to add on to make it 391. Or you could add 10 on and take 3 away. Still leave you with 391, but the choice would be yours. Okay, the second question, question B, 246 take away 138. Now, we've looked at abstract method this year. We've looked at what we call decomposition, where we have to exchange from the next column. Now, in this particular question, the first column, the ones, would be 6 take away 8. Now, we know we can't do that. Too many times I see children think 6 take away 8, ooh, that would be 2, because I know that 8 take away 6, equals 2. They must start with the top digit, or you must start with the top digit and take away the bottom. And if you can't do it, you need to exchange from the next column. In this case, it would be the tens column, and you would take 1 from that column and exchange it for 10 ones. So that 10 comes across to here and makes this number now 16. So 16 take away 8, we should all know, is 8. And over here now, we've crossed out one of the 10s and made it 3. So it's going to be 3 take away 3 is 0. And finally, this column here, nice and easy, 2 take away 1 is 1. This gives us an answer of 108. Next question, 4 times 0. This is a simple fluency question. The question is asking what 4 lots of nothing will equal effectively. Remember, whenever 0 is anywhere in a multiplication question, the answer to the question will always be 0. So 4 times 0 is 0. If you switched it around commutatively, 0 times 4 would be 0 as well. And the final question this morning is question D here, which says basically question mark equals 18 times 4. Now, when you get an equal sign in a sum, what it basically is acting as is a set of scales. And what it means is that everything on this side of the equal sign should equal whatever is on this side here. So here, what we need to do to find what the question mark will be, we need to multiply 18 by 4. Okay. Or if you wanted to, you could switch the order of the statement. So instead of having it question mark equals 18 times 4, you could have 18 times 4 will equal the question mark. And a lot of people find it easier before they start the question to switch the order of the statement around. If we do that, we're left with 18 times 4. And we could use abstract method. 8 times 4 would be 32. We can see we've carried the 3 across into the tens column. And then 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. You could use partitioning and recombining as well. But the key bit of information for this is that you can change the order of the sentence around to make it 18 times 4 equals. Or if you wanted to leave it as it is, just remember that when you're looking for the answer, you need to work out what this side is, and it will do exactly the same job. It will give you the answer to this. Okay, our learning intention for this morning is to be able to round amounts of money, usually to the nearest pound. Our star words this morning would be decimal, pounds, tenth, hundredth, pence, whole, and compare. Okay, our in focus question this morning, we've got some items here. We've got a cup of coffee there, which is £2.10 per cup. We've got some cakes, which are £2.50 each. And we've got sandwiches here, which are £1.80 each. Now, the young man here says, or he's saying that he bought something that was about £2. What I want you to do for a moment is I'm going to ask you to pause the video and I'm going to ask you to think about what you need to know to answer this question. And can you make any links to our previous learning? What have we used this year that would help us with this? So I want you to pause the video, have a little think, and then we're going to come back to this at the end of the lesson. Okay, let's learn. So in this particular case, £2.10 rounded to the nearest pound. Now you will remember in the last few weeks we've been thinking about rounding numbers and we used number lines. So on this particular number line we've got £2 at one end and £3 at the other. I'm going to ask you to press pause. Why have we got £2 at one end and £3 at the other? When you've had a little think about it, press play. Okay, the reason we have £2 here and £3 here is that the actual price, the actual amount of money that we're rounding is £2.10. This means that it is somewhere between £2 and £3. In this case, if we put £2.10 onto our number line, we can see quite clearly that £2.10 is closer to £2 than it is to £3. So if we were going to be rounding this price to the nearest pound, we would be rounding it down to £2. This particular question is asking us to round £1.80 to the nearest pound. And what I need you to do here is to think again, what number is £1.80 going to be in between? What whole pounds is it going to be in between? Press pause now and play when you are ready to carry on. Okay, £1.80 we know, okay, is in between £1 and £2. The big question is, do we round it down to £1 or up to £2? Look at the number line here with me. Which is it closer to, £1 or £2? How do we know? In this case, of course, £1.80 we can see quite clearly without even counting that it's closer to £2 than it is to £1. So we would be rounding £1.80 up to £2 in order to take it to the nearest pound. The final example I want to look at with you is £2.50. If we wanted to round £2.50 to the nearest pound, what would we need to do? First job, as always, think to yourself, what whole numbers does £2.50 come between? And in this case, it comes between £2 and £3. But there is a problem. Press pause now and tell me what, have a little think about what you think the problem is. Which of these is it likely to be closer to, £2 or £3? Press pause now and think about what the problem might be. Press play when you are ready to carry on. Okay, in this case here you can see that £2.50 is exactly halfway between £2 and £3. So the question is, what do we do? Can you remember What did we do when we were rounding decimal numbers last week? We remembered, or we should remember, that we always round up when we are halfway. So in this case, although it is just as close to £2 as it is to £3, if we were rounding it to the nearest pound, we would round the number up. So in this case, £2.50 rounded to the nearest pound would be £3. Okay, now it's your turn to have a little go. There are 3 items here. All of them come between £3 and £4. Your job will be to place them or to point on the screen to where you think they would be, and then tell me which pound or whole pound is each item closest to. Is it £3 or £4? Press pause now and play when you are ready to discuss and listen to the answers. Okay, welcome back. First item here, we have £3.99. Now, if I was going to place this on the number line, I would be counting up from £3, so it would be £3.10, £3.20, £3.30, £3.40, £3.50, £3.60, £70, £80, £90, but I need to get to £3.99, so I know it's going to be roughly around about there. In this case, you can clearly see on the number line that it is closer to £4 than £3. This bottle here is £3.50. If I place £3.50 onto my number line, we can see that it is exactly halfway between the £3 and the £4. Remember though, when something is exactly halfway, we must round it up. So this bottle, rounded up, will be £4. The final bottle is £3.05. And if I wanted to put that onto the number line, I know it's going to be around about here. It's halfway from £3 to £3.10. Looking at where my cursor is, you can see clearly that rounded to the nearest whole pound, this bottle would be £3 and not £4. Okay, now it's time for your independent learning task. Please complete worksheet 4 on pages 48 and 49 of the workbook. While you're completing that, press pause. When you're ready to carry on and you've finished your work, press play. Okay, hopefully that all went okay for you. In terms of our plenary, if we go back to the beginning, our in focus task, we had 3 items. One was £2.10, one was £2.50, and one was £1.80. The chap here said, I bought something that is about £2. So our job would be to think about which one is closest to £2. Would it be £2.10, £2.50, or £1.80? Well, £2.10 would be 10 pence over £2. So we know it's within 10 pence. If we were to round it to the nearest pound, it would be £2. The cake here is £2.50. We know that if we were to round that to the nearest pound, it's halfway between £2 and £3. Therefore, we would round it up to £3. Okay. The sandwich here is £1.80. Now we know that's between £1 and £2, and actually if we rounded this, it would be rounded up to £2. So both of these items rounded to the nearest pound would be £2. However, the cup of coffee would be closest because it is 10 pence away from £2, where the sandwich is 20 pence. Hopefully, you've been able to use and apply your learning to solve this question. Hope you stay safe. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.